Hi! Today we're just gonna do a get ready with me. Did already do my face, like primers and my brows, of course, because I really just don't. Nobody wants to see me do my brows, and you guys, it's not pretty. I have to carve them out because I just kind of lazily just like throw stuff on and then I use a concealer to remove what I don't want. It's not the most, I don't know, precise or pretty technique. So, I am going to use a very expensive new to me foundation. I have used it once already and I am feeling mixed vibes from it. Sorry, I'm looking for a brush. And that is the Charlotte Tilbury Airless Flawless Foundation. And I also have this. It's dirty already and it came together. And this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish, fair and neutral. And this is number 1. I think this is the lightest shade. And you guys, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna just talk about whatever. I don't know what I want to do for my eye. Let's go into the love. I have mixed feelings about it. I've only worn it once, so I can't. Oh, that's not very. Oh no. Okay, I'm just gonna pack it and see. I just, it oxidizes and I feel like it's a little bit too dark for me. And I really do, I think that is the lightest shade. I do have more of a neutral undertone, which sometimes I find to be even more challenging to find like foundations because I'm so pale and neutral. Like pink I really can't do. I can a little bit, but it's not like great. I can do yellow undertoned foundation, but again, it's just not that great. I'm more cool toned and neutral, but I do think that that's the lightest. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. And I just don't think it's light enough. It's just, I don't know. It oxidizes, and it's also like, you guys, it is very, very full coverage, which I do like, but I don't know. I've only worn it once. I need to wear it again and really just hone in on my feelings. But the packaging of it is super freaking cheap. Like this packaging, you guys, it's so light. Like I paid a lot of money. Like I want it to weigh something. Maybe that's ridiculous, but I just feel like this weighs nothing. And then also that spins. Like why is it spinning? I'm gonna go into At Last. And I'm also going to go into Can't Hurry Love. I'm going to mix them because I want to. But yeah, it's not, I don't know what I was expecting, because everybody just, talks about how they love Charlotte Tilbury face stuff. And yeah, on the other note, Amy knows that Charlotte Tilbury is expensive. And she doesn't really follow prices because most of her makeup comes from me. She's not like, she does really good makeup, but she's not like a makeup fiend like me. And she gets most of her eyeshadows from me. She does get like mascara and stuff, but she does that all at the drugstore. So she really doesn't know what I spend on makeup. And luckily for me, most makeup companies don't send in like invoice with prices. But anyways, when this showed up, Amy was like, oh my god, you got Charlotte Tilbury? Like, oh, but that was, how much did that cost? And I lied. I was like, oh, it was $50. And she's like, oh my god, $50? That's a lot of money. And I'm like, I really spent like 70. I think it was like 70 freaking dollars for those two products. Yeah. So when she reacted that way, I was kind of like, do, 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 do. I'm a terrible person. I know. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see. Okay, you guys, my daughter. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into Love. I just cleaned the brush off a little bit. She just got off campus for her new school, and she decided to go into this store called Capella's, and it's kind of Capella's. Is it called Capella's? I think that's what it's called. And it's sort of like a Trader Joe's, but more bougie, and sells more like hot foods too, and like fresh smoothies and whatnot. I'm gonna go back into At Last and a little bit of Can't Hurry Love. And so she was in there with her friends, and apparently her friend was shoplifting, and Tilly didn't know that her friend was shoplifting. She was in there with two other students, and only one was shoplifting. But the problem was, well, the friend got caught, which that's good. But they went outside of the store, and the guy, like, of course, followed them outside the store and was like, you need to give me what you took now, blah blah blah. And my daughter didn't like the way he was talking to them, so she called him an asshole and flipped him off. So my daughter, who wouldn't have been in trouble, is now in trouble with the school because she was on her lunch break, and like, you know, so technically on school time, which she should be in trouble. And so I had to deal with like explaining to my daughter like how to act if, you know, I'm gonna go into Can't Hurry Love and just more pack it because I need something darker. And yeah, and at first they couldn't confirm whether or not my daughter had stolen anything because she'd picked up an item and they couldn't see where she put it down, but the item was like really large, so yeah, there's no way that she got it out of that store. Which my daughter said, okay, don't judge me, but she picked up a potato, which the principal said it looked like a loaf of bread, which is how big it was. And my daughter said she picked up a potato because it was really big and it looked like a dragon penis. Which my daughter did not say that to the principal, which was good. But when my daughter told me this story, I was like, in my mind, I was wondering what a dragon penis looked like. Okay, I'm gonna go into Heartbreak Hotel. I'm not liking what's going on right now, but my eye is also watering. But anyways, so I was like wondering what that looked like, and when the principal was like, yeah, it looked like a loaf of bread, it was must have been a really big potato. During that meeting, I was trying not to die of laughter because it just made sense now to me what my daughter would think a dragon penis would look like. Very large. So we went over, you know, not to pick up items you're not buying, and how to treat somebody if you know, you're with a friend and you get approached because they were stealing, and what to do if you see your friend stealing, and it was a big old thing. I am thankful that my daughter wasn't stealing, but also, like, she mistreated the store manager, so I'm making her write a letter of apology for the way that she treated him. I was like, you know, he had every right to be mad. You guys were in his store, didn't purchase anything, and your friend was stealing. So, of course he's gonna be mad. And yeah, so we went over all of that. And then at school, she had to do in-school suspension and also write and discuss with the other two students what being a good community member looks like and a good friend of the neighborhood. So I thought that was a good consequence. But I'm telling you, I'm not looking forward to the fact that I now have a teenager who has a little bit more freedom and these types of, because of her school, she does travel from one location to the next. It is a unique school. But I'm just not looking forward to all of these teenager experiences. It's a lot. It's a lot for me. But I do want to hear your guys's stories of a teenager. Like, did you ever shoplift? Did you ever get caught? I want to know your dirty secrets. Yeah. I wish that there was more of a teal, like a light blue teal shimmer in this palette. I'm gonna take this Haunted Europe palette from Nomad, and I'm actually gonna go into the Highgate Cemetery because that's the color I'm looking for, or more so looking for. I'm going to lay some glitter glue. But yeah, you guys need to tell me your stories to make me feel better. Even though my daughter wasn't the one taking anything, she was still there, and she also acted and behaved inappropriately, so it'll be okay, right? It'll be okay. What else do I have to talk about? I don't know, you guys. See, yeah, I'm happy with that. That is what I was looking for. It goes so good with this color. I don't have a lot to chat about, so it seems kind of stupid to do a get ready with me. Like, because what do I say? What do I say? Oh, I got my work to change my work email to Ash instead of Ashley, which is nice. I don't use Ashley at all, as you guys should already know. But if you're new here, yeah, hi, my name is Ash. And I only go by Ash. And I don't like when people call me Ashley, so don't. I do have people here who do that sometimes still on, and I don't know why. I don't understand. But yeah, I have a problem with that at work. I have a problem with it on YouTube. It's just something that tends to happen a lot. So that color is really pretty. And then I'm gonna go into Be My Baby. And I think I want to mix it a little bit with a Love Train, just to kind of lighten it up a little bit. And I'm gonna put it here. This palette came from Andy Does Stuff, So make sure you go check her out. Oh, you guys, there's this Good Vibrations right there. That's lighter. Whatever. Too late. And I was super excited that she sent this to me. You guys, I love Beauty Bay so much. It's like my favorite drugstore brand. And I particularly like these palettes, these sized palettes. I think I have all of them, or like 90% of them that have been released. So I need to do a ranking soon. I am loving or enjoying using more than one palette for looks. Like, I really like that I added that shimmer, and it used to be like a big no-no for me. Like, I would never reach into another palette, but I'm finding that that is giving me looks that I'm more happy with, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go into this one, and it's, I don't know what it's called. It's the first shade. I love this palette so much. Like, the highlighter palette, like, I love this. It's pretty. Yes. And I'm just going to use it to highlight my brow bone. I don't think this is exactly the right brush for that. I'm also gonna, actually, I shouldn't put that there. I'm gonna go into Lucky Clover from my ABH Moonchild palette, which I also really like, and use that for my inner corner because it's more green here, more purple there, so I'm going to do that. I don't have very many green highlighters. This one is getting like a really big dent in it. I'm probably gonna be able to hit pan on that like sooner rather than later, which I'm not sure how I feel about that because I really do like that shade, and it's like really unique to my collection, so my eye is watering. I'm trying to fix it. This is a very springy look, isn't it? It looks kind of like shit. I think it looks kind of like shit. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. And yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Maybe I should use a brush with it instead. Last time I used a beauty blender, so I'm going to use a brush, and I'm actually gonna put it on my arm. Oh my god, I wish my eye would stop running, like, because if it doesn't, then what am I going to do? Okay, this is gonna use more product than my beauty blender, which I don't know how I feel about, since this product was like crazy expensive, wasn't it? I will fix that up like I normally do. Will like blend out that just a little bit after I lay my foundation. I am kind of liking it a little bit better with brush, although it like is eating more of the product because it's taken 2 squirts already, and with my beauty blender it was like 1.5 squirts because I've only done one side of my face, but it does I don't know, shear it out a little bit, which I like. Okay, but it's gonna use so much of my product and it's expensive. So like, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this foundation, you guys. I've already said that like 1,000 times, so we shall see how it wears at work. Amy didn't say anything like that my foundation looked good when I wore it or anything, and so like, I don't know, my foundation should look better and really good when I wear it, considering, and like she should notice like the difference. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and kind of do it on my nose. My nose is dry, so it kind of accentuates my dryness there, and I don't like that. Yeah, and that's even with skincare. So I don't like the way that my nose is looking. And a good foundation for me, like, won't do that. Even with my dry nose, because I do good skincare, and that foundation just did not good for my nose. See, my eye is watering, and now there is that missing patch. I'm gonna go into Love and kind of add that. When my eye starts watering and then I start doing this, everything ends up getting like super blown out. Not good. Especially with this look, I don't really want it like super blown out. You know what I mean? You know? Okay. Now what? Now what? Oh, I'm gonna lay this down. I'm just gonna, yeah. It's very dusty. I don't know if you saw that, but like, yeah. Oh, and this kind of darkens things up too, which I don't really like, because I'm pale, and so that's why like I like using like a more illuminating or a more translucent like powder. So I hate the fact that that spins too. Like, it just feels so cheap to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being picky, but when I spend that much money on a product, like, this is the most I've ever spent on, like, you know, like I do have like KVD foundations, because, and those are expensive, and they're like some of my favorites. I'm gonna bring you up close. I don't know. It does look okay in my lines, but like, again, it, throughout the day when I did wear it, I did have to like pat it out. So like, it wasn't anything better. There's my nose, which looks a little bit better, but I don't know. Be nice if my eye wouldn't be a little bitch. That's how I'm feeling. So I'm just gonna go into my Cover FX contour, this one. Guys, I'm working on this palette. Once this is gone, I'm gonna pull the blush out and toss the rest of the palette, because I don't like those highlighters. They're too deep for my skin tone. So yeah, I do bring my contour up there because the color of this is like kind of almost a bronzer, almost a contour, so it's just what I do. I know that that's like, people would shame me for that, but it's what works for me. And then because I don't have my bangs down, I will kind of bring it up, and I'm wearing like a full coverage foundation, so, and I have this like, you know, spot there, so I will bring it up. And because this is such a, like, it's so full coverage, I don't know, feel like I cover all of my skin, and like I just don't know how I feel about it yet. We'll see. It sucks that my eyes being a little bitch, because I do want to wear this, you know, at work to get more of a feeling, you know, a feeling, whatever that is. I don't know what I want to do for my blush. I think that I'm just gonna go into this blush. It's very bright and very pinky, but I think it'll look okay with this eye look. I could have gone into a purple blush, but I just don't feel like a purple blush right now, so I'm gonna go into this blush. This palette is so old. I'm gonna be kind of happy. It's like broken and janky once I'm done with it. The blush I really do like, so I will be keeping it and putting it in like a single, like into a Z palette, but I'm ready to get rid of this component. My eye looks so terrible. Like, what the fuck? Why? I'm over it. Over it. Behave. Do what I want. You're mine. You're to listen to me. It doesn't work that way. I wish it did. This look is a lot lighter than I normally go for too. Like, isn't it? It's lighter. What do I want to do for my highlight? Okay, so I'm gonna preface this. Is that the right word? I don't know if it's the right word. I don't support this brand anymore. But this is a highlighter I have, and I'm not going to not use it. So, and it's one of my only purple highlighters. So, like this kind of purple. And this is the highlighter Retrograde, and I'm just gonna go into this purple. So yeah, I don't care if you support them or use them. It's your money, your choice, but I don't. And whatever, but I feel like this highlighter would be good for this look. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know, you guys. What do you think? I wish you were here. I think I'm gonna go into the other side too and just kind of mix them and do it. And then I'm gonna use this side for my nose. I don't really like to add color on my nose very much, like unless I really want to go all out. Otherwise, I just prefer a regular color. I don't know. A non-color highlighter. Just my preference. unless I'm really going all out, which sometimes I really do go all out and that works for me. But today I feel like that's what I want to do. I actually think look at my face. It just looks so fake. I guess that's what flawless filter looks like. I don't know, but it's too dark for me too. Like, in my opinion, it's like too dark, right? Right. Like, and I think it's the lightest shade. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go into this, and I'm gonna go into this. This, you understood. That's the Cocoa Contour Too Faced palette, and I'm gonna go into the light highlight, and I'm gonna, like, I don't know. Okay, you guys, I just inhaled some of the, I just inhaled some of that powder, and it literally tastes sweet. Don't eat it, but it did taste kind of sweet. Kind of like cocoa. Maybe it's because it smells like that, but, like, I think it tastes like that. So I think I want to add some freckles. This is Freck XL. It's my favorite freckle product, and I've used others, and I know this stuff is like super expensive, but it really is my ride or die freckle formula. I am going a little bit dotting it too heavy. That wasn't very smart. I do get freckles in the summer if I don't, you know, wear a hat or sunscreen. But I try and take care of my skin and not do that. But I do like the look, so I know freckles are not everybody's like favorite things, and I'm not trying to make them look real. I like the look of them, so especially in the spring and summer, I tend to do more faux freckles because I just feel like my eye is watering. I just feel like, I don't know, it's the season for freckles. I don't know. And I like it. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I might as well just go super all in with them, because why not? The longer you let this particular thing sit, the darker they get. So I kind of messed up on one of the freckles, but it's fine. It'll be okay. Okay. My eye is making me mad. Okay, I'm going to go do my mascara. Since my eye is watering, I will not be doing any lashes, and my lippy, and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, this is the finished look. I like my eye look. It's really pretty. It's really airy. It's very spring. I don't like that foundation. I feel like it makes my skin look very old. Like, it's the only... I have wrinkles. I'm getting wrinkles. I have them on my forehead and these deep lines that really bother me. I have lines down there, which is not the foundation. But I feel like it makes my skin look really thick and very weighted, very weighted. And I feel like my skin feels very weighted. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I would pick my KVD foundation over that. I have been really enjoying this foundation from Flower Beauty, Get Real. It's more of a serum and I feel like it makes my skin look better. I don't know, you have to let me know what you guys think, like what you can see of it. Like, I won't be offended if you think my skin looks like shit, because I'm not digging it. But anyways, I'm just gonna go now. Thanks for hanging out with me, and bye.